Alrighty, what's going on, guys? Edward here, back with another video, and today I am gonna break down a trade I took today with my team, and this was a nice unicorn pattern, and it was a very early entry. I actually ended up hitting TP before 9:30. You know, let me go ahead and break it down here and show you that I actually entered twice. Let me just bring it. Let's bring my screen here. Hang on. Let's bring. There we go. This is my private group right here. This is where I post everything I do on a daily basis. So today I enter on Nasdaq. Pay attention. My first entry was a little aggressive. I knew I was right. The setup was good. It was definitely good. I knew price would probably go for some of this liquidity from London. New York session is just opening. Notice that the formation that we're having actually happened during London, right? Price pushed up, London session right here around 7:45 a.m. It's actually sweeping. New York session opens at 8. So notice where my entry was and where I placed my stop. Now, I want you to see something here. There's probably a mistake, and that's okay. So this is why I want to break down this thing here for you. So you can see everything. I'm not hiding everything, and I'm not showing you here trying to tell you that I don't make mistakes, because I do make mistakes. I still make mistakes. So let me just show you here first what was happening. First of all, to be honest, this morning it was right about there, I believe. We were tapping this 4 hour fair value gap, right? We definitely closed bullish on the daily. We closed bullish, but overnight, you see that this daily candle overnight, we were already sweeping that high. We already took the high. So we are entering this 4 hour. I was thinking, okay, we might actually bounce off of this 4 hour, and we could actually go up, right? So let me bring it down to where I saw the opportunity here. This happened again, as I'm saying, in London session. I don't trade London session. However, the formation that came up was actually happening right here. So I was seeing. I understand that we're tapping, right? We're tapping. We entered during London. We enter the fair value gap on a 4 hour, right? Higher time frame. We enter. So now I'm waiting for New York, and it was right about here, coming close. What time is it? 7:35. So this is where, look at what the price did. Price sweeps this double top right there, right? Now at this point, I'm watching the charts. I normally wake up around 7:30, depends. My daughters are on holidays now, so I'm waking up a little later, a little late. I used to wake up a little earlier because of that, because I had to take my daughters to school, but because they're on the holidays, waking up a little late. So, anyways, right about here, you see price is actually manipulating this highs. We have a liquidity sweep. And I'm watching between the 5 minute and the 1 minute. I actually came across the 2 minute later. But notice what the price did here. You see, it actually starts dropping right there. Notice that we have a change in the state of delivery after this liquidity was swept. See, hold on, right there. We have a change in the state of delivery. So my entry right here, it creates some liquidity, relative equal highs. Look at this. We're creating some sort of liquidity right here now above. So New York session opens. I enter. The first shot I took, I enter somewhere around this area, and I was placing my stop up like above, a little above this high. So there was a breaker here, right? Then as soon as I marked top this, I actually went to the 2 minute. Let me show you actually on the 2 minute. It's a bit cleaner. On the 2 minute, It was actually a bit cleaner. I was targeting lows right here. Of course, what I also used my Fibonacci. I went from the top to the bottom of this last manipulation. So a standard deviation. I know price will probably going to be going for between 2.5, and in overall, I actually extended a little bit more down to 4 later on, but my actual main target was actually going to be right there. So let me explain. So I entered there, and as soon as I enter, prices start going back at me like very strong. I'm like, oh damn it, this thing is gonna reverse. So I have to admit, I doubt it. I actually doubt it. And you know what? The breaker was still there. There was a fair value gap right here. So we had a unicorn formation right there. Price was stopping everything. If anything, I could have entered one more time right there, still holding this position, but I just didn't want it to over risk. So what I did, I closed. As soon as I closed, a candle later, boom, that candle started forming, and I decided to jump in again. So I was taking another entry again, stupidly again. Like it was somewhere there before that candle closed, and I placed my stop loss here. Now a little, giving a little bit more room to wiggle, like just in case, because notice that my entry was also, what time was this? 8:10. So 10 minutes past 8, and we had news today at 8:30. So this is in the next 20 minutes we were having news. So it was a little, it was a little doubtful. I was doubting a little bit right there because of the news. And so notice what happened after that. Prices started actually displacing very quick right there. When I saw that, damn it. Anyways, I cut losses on the first position, but this entry ended up moving really nice. So with that displacement, I ended up stretching the TP. So that was the actual final TP. I moved my stops to break even, press did a little correction, and then from there it smashed it. And that was basically it. So I wanted to show you, you see that kind of my, what I want to think right now that what was my mistake? My mistake was pretty much, I entered probably with a little bit of FOMO, like I have to admit it. I didn't want it to miss the move. When I saw that the price had tapped, do you see this candle right here? You see this pin bar? That candle tapped into the breaker and the fair value gap. So it means that the zone has been mitigated already, you know? So when I saw this two momentum candle, that's why I decided to take the shot somewhere there, and I placed my stop loss. I normally don't like placing my stop above the breaker. If you want to get a better risk to reward, yeah, you can do that, but it's normally, that breaker sometimes gets manipulated a lot of times. Like it will spike up and then retrace back down, and it will just, it's actually this high that is going to be respected, most of the times. But anyways, it's preference, right? I didn't want to place it here. I feel like, oh, stop loss is just way too big, so it sucks. So I did it this way anyways. And when I went into drawdown, I hate going so much into drawdown. So most of the times I cut losses. So it's I don't know if it's a bad habit, but that's what it is. That's what I do. And you know what? It keeps me from, like, look at this week, right? Made some mistakes, and yesterday had a couple losses, and all of them pretty much I was cutting losses on all of them, right? And I'm still in profits, right? Do you see my winning rate for this week? It's pretty bad, but the wins are normally bigger. I won this 587, 321. So in overall, that's the profit for this week so far. So notice also my last week, right? I started well on the first Monday, Tuesday, doing well, but then I'm giving it all back. So for this past 2 weeks, it's been like this. I started really good, making some really good profits on Mondays, but then ended up giving it most of it back. It's been like that, like conditions of the market, kind of weird. But anyways, just hope it makes sense. I wanted to show you this as probably for you not to make the same mistakes right there, and just to simply trust on the formation. One thing for sure, that again I enter a little quick or a little bit too aggressive. I should have waited for the pullback. I didn't want it to be left behind, so that's why I entered right here. Because lately, as soon as you have a change in the state, price is just it's going right. It's just literally going to the TP, and I happen to miss the opportunity if I don't enter right at the change in the state. So this depends. This will depend on you. If you're an aggressive trader, if you're more conservative, if you like placing sell limit orders or buy limit orders, right? As soon as you have a change in the state, you want to wait for price to pull back. Sometimes it's not going to pull back, you know, and you're going to be watching it go. So that's fine. The first shot I took, I caught losses. I lost that one, but then I caught the much bigger move. So I'm okay with that. As long as I'm okay with that, and it's good for me. That's what it counts. So hope it makes sense. I wanted to show you this, guys, today, and you just make sure to follow me on my social media, Instagram, Telegram. Um, Make sure to watch my website, teamprofitsfx.com. I'm offering a bundle, right, where it pretty much includes my course, and you can see me trade live on Discord or Zoom. Right now, I'm mostly going on Discord in the morning, so you can actually see me trade live, take these positions. Every single trade that I take, I do it with my team. So if you want to be part of that, if you want to learn, not just copy trade, because I'm not encourage you to join just to copy the trades. No, if you're only looking for signals, this is not for you. Don't join. If you want to learn, this is definitely for you. So thank you guys for watching. If you're new on the channel, please subscribe, give it a big thumbs up. Let me know in the comment section if you like this type of patterns. What do you think about the unicorn patterns from ICT? Is it complex? Is it easy? Just let me know in the comment section. I'll be making more videos about this. Thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Take it easy.